Hello there, Lynx here, and this is Crystalline. More of Crystalline, which I enjoy a lot. Hope you enjoy it as well. If you do and you aren't subscribed yet, considering that after you are done with the video. And now let us endeavor onto the continuation of this journey. Let's see what the game has in store for us. I groan as the sunlight filters into my eyes, pulling me awake. That's also something I would be doing, especially if it wasn't summer vacation for me right now. Finally. When did it get so bright in here? Carefully I blink open my eyes. What time is it? Judging by how bright the sun is, it must be sometime in the afternoon. Pushing myself up on the bed, I feel something stir beside me. That's right. We've taken Panga away from the girls who were doing very questionable things to Pango apparently the other night. The Pango blinks blurry eyes. What are you doing sleeping so late? Did you go on a drinking spree too?
Hi.
I mean, maybe he was kind of eating the magic out. He blinks a couple more times and shakes himself. When he looks back at me, he seems much more alert. I glance over at Zach, who is sprawled out on his bed. His blankets hang ungracefully off the side of the bed. Zach? He snores in response. I walk over and cautiously tap his shoulder. Hey Zach, wake up! Let's be loud as heck now. He groans and rolls over, pulling what's left of the blankets over his head. Yep, he's done. To be fair, when I was at the company event, when was it? 2 months ago? Something like that. Whatever, really. I was in a room with a guy that I did not know. I mean, listen, I don't work remotely. I only know people who I'm in the same team with, right? And he got really wasted. And also we were given rooms depending pretty much how we got to the place. And I got by car, he apparently as well. I have no idea how the next day he would go back. As I mentioned at some point of the videos, whatever, I drank only 1 beer, so I was like good to go basically the next morning. What's this guy for? I don't know. The fact that he maybe managed to get out of bed was a success in my opinion. He was wasted like crazy. Anyway, surprisingly I feel fine. Yeah, a little groggy and very thirsty, but otherwise fine. I need water I actually have water here. I quickly get dressed and then head downstairs. Kara sits idly at one of the tables but stands when she notices me.
Good afternoon, sleepyhead.
She's my girl in this game, to be honest. My type of the 3 options.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. Fine, thanks. Where's everyone else? As we talk, I grab water from the bar and down it in one long gulp. Ooh.
They left to get some errands done.
And you were tasked with babysitting duty.
I wanted to make sure you two were still alive. Did Zach make it?
No, he's actually dead. Yeah, he's still asleep. She nods.
Since you're feeling better, make sure you take it a bit easier today. We've got some business to attend to this evening.
Okay, let's go. What sort of business? Kara smirks.
Last night, while you two were busy recuperating, we were tracking down thieves.
Okay. What's so special about these thieves?
They've been stealing crystals. All kinds of crystals, including lamp crystals, which are essentially worthless in terms of resale value.
So what's the point? What's the point of stealing that?
turns out the thieves are a bunch of kids just trying to survive. They told us a man pays them for the crystals, and he comes weekly to pick them up.
Ah.
Today happens to be pickup day, so we're going to meet back here at the inn around sundown.
Okay. Does this have something to do with finding the Earth Temple? Karna notices the confusion on my face and answers my unasked question.
My contact won't be back until late tonight, so we won't know our next step until then anyway.
Alright. She grins again.
Now that I know you're still alive and well, I'll be off. I still have some more scouting I'd like to do before tonight.
Can I go with... Okay, she left. Kara told me to take it easy day, so maybe I'll go on a walk. I begin walking towards the town square. I follow my feet as it wanders the streets, taking my time and enjoying the bustle of the town. I'd forgotten how relaxing it is to have nothing on the agenda. Where did you... never mind. I'm not going to question it. I feel like he's able... Pango must be able to, like, travel through some kind of dimension? Portals or whatever? Or just teleportation magic? I don't know. Want to go on a walk with me? The Pango bobs in a note and we continue down the road. Eventually we reach the square. I recognize the statue of Leanna. A small brown dog, only a little larger than Pango, watches us. His tail wags slowly when he catches our attention. Play the dog, play fetch. Eee! No. Bug. Woof woof! Pet the dog, I guess. Hey dog, are you lost? The dog wags his tail. I extend my hand and he cautiously approaches. After giving me a few exploratory sniffs, he barks excitedly. Correct approach. Don't go immediately after petting. Let the dog sniff you out. I mean, the hand. Anyway, goodbye! His tongue closes out as I scratch behind his ears. The Pango bounces angrily. The dog stares at the Pango as if not seeing him for the first time. The Pango pouts and jumps even higher. The dog cowers and whines. Pango, what's up with you? I go to pet the dog, but the Pango bats my hand away. Are you jealous? I reach out again and pat the Pango, who seems to calm down slightly. The dog perks up as the Pango relaxes. He wags his tail as he nuzzles the Pango. The Pango bristles at the dog's touch and scrams back. He hops away, but the dog happily chases him. As the dog catches up, he licks the Pango, who grimaces. He's playing with you! But what did you just call that dog? Dude, one of the neighbors has a dog named that. I avoid him. Because that dog is like let's say 6 times the size of mine. Listen, first of all, I'm used to a certain type of dogs. Yeah. Second of all, I don't think having a big dog in an apartment complex is a good thing. I feel like a big dog should actually be in a place that you have like the outside, you know, garden or whatever where he can run freely. That's nice. Otherwise, not really. But that aside, that dog is so annoying. And the dude as well. Like, I don't know. Like, in the past, one time it was literally raining before I walked out, right? And that mother flipper would let the dog and, well, kind of, let's say, play with mine, but not really. And what? Well, mine of course got dirty like crazy because of that. So annoying. And well, that dog of his is also stupid. So there is that. Like absolutely no control of that dog, basically, something like that. Whatever. So this name kind of like brings bad vibes for me. A little girl races over the dog, who barks excitedly at her presence. She throws her arms around him and holds him close as he licks her face.
I thought I lost you.
Where is the leash then? Take your time, talk on the leash then. Anyway, suddenly she notices the Pango and her eyes grow wide.
Oh, you're so cute. What?
She gently pats the Pango on the head and his little frown melts into a smile.
Boy. Are you lost too? Boy.
No, he's not. He hops over to me. The girl looks me over and smiles shyly.
Oh, hi.
Hi, is that your dog? She nods.
Thanks for finding him for me. Sometimes he's too fast and I can't catch him.
Well, that's why the leashes were invented. Also, doesn't it annoy you? It annoys me when there are people who, you know, don't take their dogs on leash, right? And entire time they are walking, they scream their ass off. Dude, that dog clearly doesn't listen to you. Buy a fucking leash. Yeah. Moki sniffs around my feet and nudges my hand to be petted, but the Pango bounces between us.
Boy.
The girl giggles and waves.
I guess we should be leaving. Bye-bye, little Pongo friend. Thanks for keeping Mocha company.
Bye. Before Mocha can escape again, the girl slips a leash around his collar and the two of them gradually disappear from view. Correct approach. I look down at my Pango, who looks up back at me. Put him on your shoulder. He's fine where he is. Listen, this is my Pango. Over here. Why not? Okay. I smile and pat his head affectionately. He squirms happily against me, then hops up on my shoulder and nuzzles my face. How about we continue that walk together,
Boy.
Together we head further into town. I decided to check out some of the storefronts and streets that I didn't get a chance to see yesterday. The Pango wanders off whenever it gets too crowded, but he always seems to find his way back to me. After most of the day has passed, I decided it's time to return to the inn. Leanna, Amelia and Zack are already there, waiting. Zack's skull is fiercer than usual, but otherwise he looks a little better than this morning. Leanna stands when I arrive.
Here, I got you something.
She passed me a gauntlet similar to the one on her wrist. The sphere inlaid is the same color as Leanna's. That must be a wind crystal. Well, shouldn't we have the fire then? Is this a manipulator?
Yeah, I was thinking about your last attempt at casting, and I figured this might be more helpful with future training.
Right, what? But you said that... I don't need it. Whatever.
Having the manipulator as a focal point of concentration is how Amelia and I learned to cast.
Oh. Thanks. Kara finally returns and the attention shifts to her.
The crystal pickup will happen soon. We should start heading over.
Leanna notes.
Once they complete the exchange, we should follow the guy to see if he leads us to their hideout. He might have other partners, so we should be on guard.
Okay.
I still can't think of why they'd want these crystals.
They have nothing better to do. I don't know.
Energy crystals have varying utilizations, some of which are outlawed.
Go on. Kara seems a bit surprised, but Leanna doesn't react to that. Thinking about what these outlawed utilizations could be makes me uneasy.
We have our plan. Let's get started.
Let's get it started, Terra. We trace back to the ruins and find the abandoned house with the children. Instead of entering, we spread out around the perimeter to maximize visibility on anyone approaching. Kara and I stay close to the house and hide behind some fallen bricks. Ooh, our field of vision is limited, but we're close enough to overhear any conversations that take place inside. After we position ourselves, we wait. We don't know when the man's going to show up, and after about 20 minutes I start to get fidgety. I wish the kids had given us the time. Who knows how long we'll be stuck out here for? My legs are starting to cramp, but as I shift, Kara shoots me a warning glance and I force myself to push through it. Finally, Amon approaches. He looks to be in the 20s, and surprisingly wears something that resembles a beanie on his head. Kara yanks my collar. Ow! So we duck down. She covers my mouth with her hand and puts a finger to her lips. Looks like our job is to listen in. The others would be our eyes. I hear a door creak followed by the faint sound of footsteps.
Hey yo, you punks got my crystals or what?
I listen for an extra footsteps, but it sounds like the man came solo.
Here.
That didn't sound like it. There is a rustling of a bag being opened.
What is this? These crystals are weak, yo!
That's all we could find.
Nah, this ain't good, man.
Sorry.
The boy's voice is weak.
Huh.
And not of a boy. The bag closes and the man grunts as he lifts it up.
Wait, where are our coins?
You'll get your payment when you deliver, yo. This is only half of what you promised.
We should approach. Kind of. There is a silence. I carefully peek out to see the boy straining with his hands clenched.
Fine.
It's not fine, yo!
That's what I thought.
The stranger lugs the bag over his shoulder. I quickly duck back down as he exits the house. Time to go, yo! I turn to face Kara, who wears a serious frown and has fury in her eyes. I don't think I've ever seen her angry before, let alone this angry. She looks like she's about to rip that guy's head off. Kara?
Did you not see that? We should take him out now.
Yo! Think about the bigger picture, don't be stupid. I understand your fury, but I feel like maybe that's not the correct choice. Think about the bigger picture, girl. He could just be a messenger. We have to stick to the plan. Kara clenches and unclenches her jaw. Then she nods, still fuming.
I know you're right, but still.
We'll kick your ass, don't worry. He'll get his justice soon enough.
Let's hurry up and go.
Yeah. Listen, I wish I could kick his ass as well. Don't worry. We trail the man out of the Stonecrest, making sure to stay behind buildings and keep to the shadows so as not to be spotted. Kara slips in and out of the alleys with ease and takes a lot of my concentration not to lose her. No wonder she's always sneaking up on us. She's like Pango. I assume the rest of our team is also following him as I'm unable to spot them. That's for the best, but the chance of being noticed, the better. Outside the city gates, it's a little harder to stay hidden as it opens out into a more open field. At least since we're spread out, it won't be easy for him to escape if he tries to. We successfully follow him to what looks like an abandoned train car? Dude, let's go! Tiny house! There's some kind of dark smoke emitting from the top. Demon opposes and we crouch lower behind cover as he looks around. He doesn't spot any of us and enters the train. To be fair, it looks more like a bus? But never mind. Kara again puts her finger to her lips and I nod. Staying low, we sneak towards the train. The windows are all blocked off, but we crouch below them. Anyway, I can hear muffled voices. I gently press my ear against the train.
Yo, Mr. White!
Jesse, how many times do I have to tell you to call me Heisenberg?
I have not watched that. The man speaks softly, but his tone is strict and disapproving.
My bad, but I got some crystals.
Let's see.
There aren't many and they're pretty small. I don't think we'd be able to get much out of them anyway.
It doesn't matter their size. Once we're done cooking them, they'll be exponentially more effective.
I don't know, man. They're tiny. How does that even work?
It's a simple matter of science.
You serious? You can do something like that?
Indeed.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, science.
This guy.
Heisenberg.
Oh, right. My bad, yo.
I hear faint changing. I hear faint clunking of glassware. I wish I could see what they are doing. A sharp snap cracked somewhere from behind me. What was that? I shifted out position to look behind me and see an animal scampering away. After a brief sigh of relief and the absence of noise in the train.
What was that?
Before I have a chance to get down, one of the windows swing open and I'm face to face with both of them. The younger man with a beanie, Jesse, stares at me with wild eyes. The second man is much older, maybe the age of his father, and fixes me with an inscrutable stare. He looks surprisingly normal, not like someone who'd get mixed up with something shady. Jesse turns around and darts out of the back exit.
Run!
Mr. Wife joins him as Karen and I sprint to the other side of the train. Thankfully, Leanna and Zach are already there. Leanna points her blade at them.
Surrender and come with us peacefully.
Yeah, they never do. Jesse looks like he's about to bolt, but Zach fixes his discharger on him.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Crap, what do we do? Why are you laughing at a time like this?
Amelia stands a good distance away, her manipulator's glowing. After looking over the older man, she frowns.
The branding of void.
Quite the observation, young miss.
Wait, what? You're a part of Void?
Mr. White, whatever, merely smiles.
I didn't sign up for this!
Don't be so naive. You think the crystals were just going to magically create more energy?
Your intent was to perform shadow transmutation on the crystals to create tainted spheres.
Again, he doesn't answer.
It appears confrontation is imminent.
Why don't we even up the odds?
Eh? With a flash, Mr. White grabs two shadowy spheres from his belt, similar to the one I saw in the Raven Pass. He throws them to the ground and the dark smoke emits, curling in the air. Leanna reacts first and blasts her wind magic to dissipate the smoke. In its place are two shadow creatures. Their warped appendages are nothing that I recognize, and their long shadow claws coming to a sharp point. This is the stuff of nightmares. They stand between us and Mr. White, with Jesse cowering beside him.
Shadow familiars?
This is getting way too crazy for me. I'm out.
Jesse breaks to a sprint and Kara immediately gives chase.
I've got him.
The two of them dash out of sight.
Unfortunately, you've disrupted my work, which means I have to start all over again. So, I'm going to get going.
No. He channels a spell and starts to run. As he continues to channel the spell, shadows crawl up his legs, threatening to engulf him completely in shadow. We can't let him get away! Leanna looks from the men to the familiars.
As much as I want to go after him, our top priority is to defeat these shadow creatures.
Indeed. Shadow familiars this close in proximity to a city can wreak havoc and incite widespread panic.
I mean, there are four of us, so they would know better than I, and I trust their instincts. I look back at Heisenberg being swallowed by shadow. Once the shadows fade away, he disappears. Fuck. Zach readies his dischargers, a small smile on his face.
Sounds like a challenge.
My heart races as I draw my blade. This is getting crazy! Shadow Mastery. Click the icons in the displayed order. Oh, fuck. Boop, 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 boop. God damn it, there's so much. Win! 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 As Leanna, Zach and I were down the Shadow Familiars, Amelia stays out of range, charging her attacks. The range attacks that she lets loose are far more powerful than ours, as they rip chunks out of the Shadow creatures. Now I understand why everyone's so impressed when they talk about magic casters.
The hostile shadow familiars have been vanquished.
Leanna's magical glow and the charge on her blade fade as she stoops, channeling her magic.
We did it!
I smile as I try to catch my breath. Looking around, Leanna, Zack, and Amelia look equally exhausted. They must have gone all out. This battle was no walk in the park, and there were only 2 shadow familiars to fight. Imagine if we had to face an army of them. I shiver at the thought. As we wind down, Amelia and Leanna gather to do one last scan with the manipulators. Zack looks over my way.
Looks like some of that training is finally paying off.
Thank you. I've still wanted you for shooting me that time. Yeah, I guess it did happen. The Full Metal Panic, yeah. Let's go with the last option. I know it. Well, and I intend to keep training.
Good.
Hey!
We turn at the sound of Kara's voice. She waves at us with one hand as she uses the other to drag Jesse back. She plops him down in front of us and he falls ungracefully to the ground. I see that his hands are bound. Kara stands over him, her face grim.
Now, you're going to tell us exactly what you know.
I don't know jack squat. Mr. White was paying me to get crystals, and that's it, yo.
Well, you better find some info, yo, because we'll kick your ass if you don't, yo. Or something like that.
So you were not an accomplice to the shadow transmutation.
Or so he claims.
I don't even know what the shadow transportation is.
Okay.
Transmutation.
Exactly.
We glare at him.
Look, I made a few deliveries to him. The first couple of times he wouldn't tell me what he did, but paid some good coin. But later he said he was going to show me so I could help with his operations. He was going to give solid pay for that too, yo.
I look him up now. He stares desperately at us, and it's clear to me he's scared. But it doesn't seem like the kind of man Void would trust with any kind of responsibilities. I'm inclined to believe he's just looking for some fast cash. Kara seems skeptical, but Amelia and Leanna seem to have come to the same conclusion I have. Zack crosses his arms.
Better hope the guards believe your story.
Jesse looks like he's about to protest, but sighs instead. I think he realizes there is no chance he's going to escape.
The bag of stolen crystals is in there. He didn't grab it before running out.
Leanna enters the train and returns with a bulging bag.
Let's go turn him into the guards. They'll take it from here.
Zack holds Jesse back to his feet and leads him back towards town. Luckily it's late at night, so very few people walk the street. The few who do give us long stares as we pass. When we arrive at the guard barracks, the person on duty gets to his feet. He looks at Leanna in recognition.
Oh, it's you again.
We found the source of your missing crystals.
Zack pushes Jesse forward and he stumbles in the ground, into the guard, who grabs a hold of him. The guard eyes him up and down.
It's this guy?
Oh man, it was all 'cause of Void.
The guard stares at him, clearly unconvinced.
Uh-huh. Maybe in lockup you'll have time to think up a better story.
I'm telling you the truth, bitch!
Wow. The guard frowns and passes Jesse off to another guard who takes him into the back. When the guard turns back to us.
Hopefully you won't have any more issues.
Shouldn't we tell that he's been kind of used and so on? The guard grins and looks relieved.
I can't thank you all enough. You have no idea how much of a thorn in my side this has all been. As promised, there's a reward for helping us catch the culprit.
Wait, what? Now you're telling me that? He produces a heavy satchel of gold which he hands over to us.
Thanks again for all your help, and I hope you have a safe night.
I feel like if we are going to divide it, Kara might give it to that group of children there.
Thanks.
Like, little prediction. We leave the guardhouse and equally divvy up the reward money. As everything settles down, the group decides to return to the inn. I'm glad we got to the bottom of things, but I can't help but wonder what will happen to those kids. Or maybe we will do that. Yes. I'm gonna do that. Let's go. I'll meet you guys in the inn. I think I forgot something. I slip away before anyone can ask me any questions and make my way back to those kids. They were dependent on that crystal money to survive, and I can't sit back and do nothing to help them. I know I don't have much to offer, but maybe giving them a cut of my reward can help tide them over. Quietly I enter her house so as not to spook the children. As in the trapdoor I hear Kara's voice. How did she get here so fast, and what is she doing here? Slowing my steps, I silently creep towards the trapdoor and spy on Kara and the kids.
Here you go, guys. Take this.
She hands the oldest boy a fat coin purse. We must have had the same idea about sharing our reward money. The boy silently accepts it, too shocked by the amount of money to even speak.
The man won't be coming for crystals anymore, so use that to help you find a new way to survive.
The boy nods numbly. Some of the younger children huddle together, clearly frightened for their futures. Kara smiles reassuringly.
I know it seems scary, but I promise if you stick together, you'll be fine.
The kids hug each other.
I won't let anything happen to anyone.
Good. I know you won't. Take care of yourselves, okay? And stay out of trouble.
Kara turns to leave and I scramble out of sight. She doesn't notice me as she hurries away. It seems like she's got a soft spot for these kids. I better do what I came here to do and get back before people get too suspicious. Hey kids. I go down to the trap room. The oldest boy looks up at me in surprise. Here. I toss him a small bag of my coins, which he fumbles before catching. He looks genuinely surprised, as if he can't believe it's happening.
But why?
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have caught the bad guys. You kids were a big help.
Really?
He looks at the other children, who give him hopeful eyes. Then he grins.
Thank you.
I nod. I should be getting back. Once I return to the upstairs, I hear the children scramble below and a series of excited gasps as they inspect the reward money.
Wow, the girl gave us so much!
I've never seen so much money before in my life!
The boy still gave a lot, though. More than we got from crystals.
Woo! Just how much money did Kara give? Was it her whole reward? For a treasure hunter, that seems very generous. Maybe there's more to it. I wonder what could be as I return to the inn and meet up with the rest of the group. I don't get why he would... I mean, the MC would avoid Kara there, but whatever. As I enter the inn, Leanna looks around.
Where's Kara?
Kara's not back yet? But she left before me! I don't know, I thought she was following everyone back.
I thought so too.
Leanna bites her lip and furrows her brows. I'm sure she'll be back soon. While we wait for Kara to return, we decide to grab something to eat. With all of the excitement going on, we forgot about dinner. We get our orders and settle in. Zack and Leanna dig in. Amelia, on the other hand, is quiet as she stares at the plate. Is she okay? Amelia? She looks up at me.
Yes?
Something wrong? She shakes her head.
No. I was pondering about the lab at the Void Hideout, which was used to perform shadow transmutations.
Uh-huh. What exactly is that? I'll pass on the exposition. Boop, boop. What exactly is that? Let's say. I've been meaning to ask, what is the shadow transmutation you were talking about earlier?
It is the process in which shadow energy is merged with a crystal containing another form of elemental energy.
Makes sense. Exactly as I thought, by the way. As predicted. That's right. Don't mind me for a second, I need to rename the files for later. 4, 5, 6. Alright.
This fusion causes an overwhelming surge of energy to spawn, which consequently destabilizes the crystal and causes the shadow energy to become uncontrollable and very dangerous.
This is what we refer to as a tainted sphere, like the one the Treasurer used in Raven Pass, and what was used to summon the Shadow Familiars.
It didn't seem uncomfortable when they used it for.
Perhaps not those times. However, as it is destabilized sphere, the energy is unpredictable. It's possible it will cast properly, but equally possible it will implode upon itself at any time, which would be fatal to the mage in possession of it.
I mean, if it's fatal to him, then whatever, right?
That's a best case scenario. Imagine if one of those crystals went off and spawned a shadow familiar in the middle of town.
Yikes. That would definitely be bad.
That's why shadow transmutation has been outlawed, even before the Treaty of Isaria.
I thought you said all use of shadow magic was banned.
Yes, but there were legitimate users of shadow magic before the war.
Is that so? You lost me. You literally lost me.
Shadow magic is not innately harmful. It was originally used in non-destructive ways, just like any other element. That being said, a group of practitioners abused the usage of shadow magic, which revealed just how dangerous it can be when used in such a manner. That is what caused the eventual war in Assyria and the subsequent banning of shadow magic.
Okay. And that group was Void.
Correct.
I see. Things are starting to make a little more sense, but I'm still not sure I understand it all.
It's just a little troublesome to think that there was someone performing shadow transmutation just on the outskirts of Stonecrest, and with a lot of crystals too.
You say was, but he kind of ran away, so he might be still doing that, you know?
Even though Void was defeated, it wasn't completely wiped out, and their remaining members have just been laying low.
Amelia and Leanna not. The conversation lulls as we think about what was said. We finish the rest of our food in silence. By the time we finish our meals, Kara returns.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I met up with my contact and he came through. He said that there's some adventurer who's been talking about one of those high concentrations of energy.
Hey, should we tease her about you know what?
He's at Hearth Point right now, but probably won't be staying for too long. We should head there in the morning and see what he knows.
What's the guy's name?
Arton Hunt.
Zach shrugs. I guess he does know him.
It might sound like just a rumor, but there's always a grain of truth in a rumor. At the very least, we should be able to get a clue or two.
Leanna nods.
Okay, tomorrow we'll head for Hearth Point.
Amelia nods. I yawn widely. Tonight, fool, I'm ready for bed. The team murmurs their agreement and we all turn in early. It's been a long day and that... It's not been a long day. It's been a long day and that fight really took it out of me. After getting ready, I climb into bed and immediately fall into a deep sleep. And I end this episode. We'll of course continue tomorrow. We'll go to... what's his name? Arton Hunt, something like that. And we'll see where this is going. For now, hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know, like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are still at a very slow pace to 2000. Comment. Would you give that money to the kids? I think I would. Maybe not like all of it, but just like the MC did, like part of it, of course. And after that, you know, there's also Twitch, Instagram, Twitter if you want to go there. So I'm there as well. Anywho, hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.